Hi guys, good morning. Hello, am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so myself, I'm Harshil. Yeah, good morning.
Very good morning.
Yeah, myself, I'm Harshil. So I'm handling API testing course here in DURGASOFT. So firstly, I would like to welcome you all for this free workshop on API testing. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes. Okay, let's other folks to join. Then we will start. Okay, yes, we will start. We'll start the session. Okay, so ready? So before jumping into the discussion, like what is API, how it is working, and what is API testing, how we are performing API testing. So before jump into the discussion, first we will discuss about the course content. Okay, so the course duration for this we are planning is 30 to 35 days. Duration of the course will be 30 to 35 days. Okay, so in this 30 to 35 days of span, so we are going to learn. So you have to be very clear about the course content, that what you are learning exactly in this course. So if you are having this course means, so you have to be very clear with the content, like what you are learning in this course. Correct? Oh shit. 2 minutes. Okay. So in this duration, like 30 to 35 days duration, so we are going to learn complete thing about the API testing. Okay. So first we are starting from the manual approach, then we are jumping into the automation approach. Means first we are starting from the scratch to the advanced level. I mean to say scratch means from basic level to the like till framework implementation. Okay, so we are covering all this, both the manual approach and automation approach. Okay, so first we are learning like what is exactly API, how it is working, what is this architecture of this API, why we are using the APIs. Okay, so after that why we had to like how we are testing, being a test engineer, how we are testing the APIs from our end, so how we are doing the validation on APIs. So for example, when you're doing the front end validation, you're using the Selenium and all concept, right? So in the same way, so how we are performing the by having these APIs, how we are performing the validation and why we need to perform the validation and how it is exactly working, why we need these APIs. Okay, so these are all the very basic concepts. We are starting from the basic concepts only. Okay, so first we will have a good introduction about the API. Then we will understand the architecture of this API, how it is working exactly. So then, sorry guys. So then we will understand what is base URL, what is resource in API, and what is the endpoint, and what is all these methods. By using these methods, we are working in the APIs. Okay, so these are all the HTTP methods. So we are working with all these methods in manual approach as well, and also automation approach. Okay, so then after understanding the basic concepts of the API, so then we are starting with the auditor. Then we are working with the some Google search APIs, and we are working with the Postman client. So in manual approach means we are using the Postman tool. Okay, by using this Postman client, we are working in the manual approach. So how we have in UI testing also, we have separated like a manual testing and automation testing, right? So 1 minute, guys. Okay, so in this way also, in API testing also, we have segregated it as a manual testing and automation testing. Okay, so how to test these APIs in manual approach and how to test these API in automation approach, all this thing we are learning here. Okay, so obviously we are working with the APIs means we are sending some request. Okay, so after sending this request, obviously we will be getting some response. Okay, so after getting this response, we have to validate that whether proper response we are getting from the service or what. Okay, so whatever the response we are getting, whether we are getting it is valid response or what, that we need to validate, correct? So how to do validation of such that, like when we are getting the response, how to do validation on the response, that we are learning here. Okay, so these are all very basic. After working all these basics, finally we are jumping into the automation. Okay, so first we will get some good hold on the manual thing. Then after working with the Postman tool, then we will jump into the automation. Okay, so then in the automation also, same thing we are covering. Okay, so like how to set up the project, and how to set up the rest assured APIs to perform the automation API testing. And after that, how to work with this all the HTTP method in automation approach. And after getting the response, how to validate in automation. Okay, okay, here in the Postman tool, obviously we will be working with some tool, and they ready-made methods, everything will be available. So that thing while doing in automation, we have to achieve that through the code, correct? Validation, authentication, everything we have to achieve through the code. Okay, so how we are doing that? So all these things we'll be learning. Okay, so after validation and working with some methods of the HTTP, then again we are also working with the authentication, how to perform the authentication on the services. Okay, so when we are sending the request, when we are getting the response, or while we are sending the request, how to authenticate the particular request. So all these things we are learning here. Okay, so after that, then JSON language we are learning it, because while we are working with the API, it's very important to know about the JSON, because nowadays everyone like HTML, XML, nobody is using now. Okay, so everything is replaced by JSON. Okay, so we are learning JSON also here, like how to declare a JSON variable, how to create a JSON object, how to create a JSON array, and how to retrieve the data from the JSON, how to convert it, like how to stringify the JSON object. So all these things we are learning here. Okay, and then after that, after that we are working with some real world examples by taking Jira APIs. So there also we are performing with this APIs also, we are performing same thing, like how to authenticate Jira APIs, how to perform the all the CRUD operation in Jira API. Like CRUD operation is nothing but create, read, edit, delete. Okay, create, update, read, edit, and delete. Okay, so after that, by using this get, post, put, patch and delete method, we are performing CRUD operation only. So how to perform in the Jira API, by using the Jira API, how to perform these all this activity. So this also we are learning here. And the same way, how to authenticate that Jira APIs, and how to perform the validation on that APIs. And then we are also working with one more real world example by taking a Twitter API. Okay, so here also we are automating the Twitter API, like for example, retrieve the tweets from the account with APIs. By using the APIs, how we are getting that on validating on those things. Okay, and publishing tweets to your account with API call, and deleting some tweet from the API. So how to perform all these real time real world examples, this and all the things, these are all the things we are like we are performing right in the real world also, while you are using the Twitter and Jira. So we are performing it. So through the API, how to achieve that. So that thing we are learning here. Okay. So after that, finally authentication. How to perform the authentication on services. So these things we are covering here. Okay. So finally, after covering like validation, authentication, and working with some real world examples, and working with all the methods of HTTP, and working with all the data driven testing, after covering all these things, and how to perform this transferring and data receiving in JSON format, after working with all these things, finally we are jumping to the framework implementation. Okay, so here we are covering how to convert from Java project to Maven, and how to work with a framework. Okay, so in Selenium, while you are working with the Selenium, also you doing same, right? Initially, you will be working with the Java project, then slowly you are converting that into Maven project, because in industry, everyone will be using the Maven approach only. Okay, so that's why. So here also, after getting some hold on each and everything, then we are jumping into the Maven approach. Okay, so after that, then we are also integrating our framework with a Jenkins, how to integrate that, and how to work with this Jenkins. This also we are learning here. Then after that, also we are integrating to generate the report test ng. Okay, so obviously, right, in Selenium also we use the test ng for generating the report, and so many users we have, right? So in this here also we are integrating our test ng here. Okay, then log4j. Okay, this is also we are working with our framework. Okay, so what is the use of the log4j? Why we have to use log4j in our like in our APIs, and how to work with this? All these things we are learning here. Okay, and complete framework we are building by using all these components. So we are building the complete framework. Okay, this is more than enough for anyone to work in any of the organization, or if you are planning to jump your career from some UI testing to the API testing, so you can. Okay, this is more than enough. Okay, so this is what we are planning in this 30 to 35 days. Okay, so this is was to the course content. Okay, so any doubt in the course content? Mhm. Okay, so now okay, quickly we will understand at least basic idea about APIs. Okay, so how the API is working. Okay, where it is exactly using, how it is working internally. So these things we will learn quickly. Okay, uh, what's that? Guys, please mute yourself. So whenever it's required, you unmute and okay, okay. Now if you go to if you go online and search for some Wikipedia definition, or go to a book, you will find the definition of API, which is technically correct. However, it is very difficult to understand from this definition what exactly API is. Okay, so what exactly API, how it is working. Is anybody having idea what exactly an API? What is an API? I will talk about this, Nikhil. Okay. Okay. So I will make it very simple for you guys to understand what exactly API is. Okay. And why do we need it? Okay. So API stands for
Application Programming Interface.
Yeah, very good.
Interacting with
Application.
your work programming interface.
Okay. So application programming interface. Okay. An API essentially is a component that enables communication between two different applications. Okay. It enables the course, I'm working with a REST Azure, no? So REST Azure supports only Java. Okay. So the people who is having other knowledge, like other language idea also, they can also learn, no issues in that. Okay. Because I'm taking from the basic, right? From scratch, I'm taking. Okay. So wherever Java language is used, I will also brushing up with Java. Then only I'm taking you guys to the like what exactly we are working now. So those things, okay. So if you are having knowledge of any other programming is also fine. Obviously, you are all comfortable with hoops concept, right? Anyway, I will also be teaching while working with automation. So I will also brushing up all the Java content what I'm using for this particular like working and all. So I will brush up those things, okay. Please mute yourself, guys. Okay. Okay. So it enables communication between two different applications, and these two different applications can be completely different from each other. Okay. For example, there can be an application which is developed over a Linux platform. Okay. So here one application is there. This is developed in the Linux platform using Java, and it uses Oracle as its database. Okay. So this is in a Linux platform. So the platform is Linux, and this using the Java language. Okay, so this application is using Java language, and its database is Oracle. Okay, and it is using database as a Oracle. And there can be one more application. Okay, so one more application is there here. So which can be developed. Okay, so which can be developed
Windows.
Yeah.
.NET.
Okay. Okay, Windows platform. Okay, let me take it as a Windows platform. Okay, what is the language? .NET. Okay. Okay, .NET. And what is the database?
MySQL.
Okay, MySQL Server. Okay. Okay, so this is one application. This is using platform as a Linux and Java as a language, and Oracle as the database. And one more application is there. This is using Windows platform and .NET as a language and SQL Server as a database. So now these two applications can this application communicate each other directly? Is it possible?
No.
Okay, so now these two applications cannot communicate each other directly. But with the help of API, are they able to communicate?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so these two application cannot communicate each other directly. With the help of API, they can do that. Okay, so that's why API is acting as a mediator in between these two application. Okay,
I have
it is
a
something.
query.
Uh-huh.
It's connecting two applications or two more applications also.
Yeah, any number of application. But as for example, I'm giving this like a two application I'm taking. Okay, any number of application you can connect. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So API enables. So this is in this way. Okay, API enables communication between application. Okay, so we will understand with a general example now. So how it is working exactly. Okay, so this is how API. Okay, it is acting as a mediator in between two application, because this application is developed in differently language like Java language. This application is developed in .NET language. Okay, for example, okay, now we will understand with a like general example. Okay, so whatever this application is speaking, it is not able to understand. Whatever this application is responding, it is not able to understand. So in between these two applications, this API is acting as a mediator. Okay, so with the help of a general example, we will try to understand. So by the time you guys will get a clear clarity. Okay, so now, okay, suppose you're going to the restaurant now. Okay, so this is general example. Mhm. So this is restaurant. You're going to the restaurant. Why you're going for the restaurant? Why will you go to the restaurant, guys? To order the food, correct? Okay. So we are going to the restaurant. Suppose you are going to the restaurant to order the food. This is you. Okay. Okay. So this is my kitchen. So this is the kitchen. Okay. So okay, I'm going to the restaurant to order the kitchen. Okay, so what I will do, I will order the food and kitchen will serve the food. Okay, so I will order the food and kitchen will serve the food. Okay, however, there is a person involved in this communication. Okay, so this is the restaurant, so I'm going to the restaurant, mm, and I'm ordering the food. Okay, and I'm getting, I'm communicating it. So in this communication, the kitchen will serve the food. However, there is a person involved in this communication. Okay, who takes the order from you and go to the kitchen and place your order, and then takes the food and then provide your order. Okay, here in the middle of this a kitchen and me, one person is there here. The person is involving here. So what he is doing is taking order.
And deliver the food.
Okay, so he's taking my order. Okay, and he's going to the kitchen and he's placing my order. Okay, and then he's delivering back. Okay, what I am ordering now, for that he's delivering back. Okay, so in this way he's acting. Okay, so this person is the waiter now. Okay, so we have a waiter here. So this person is waiter and we have a waiter here. Okay, and this waiter takes your order and goes to the kitchen, and then from the kitchen brings your order and place the food on your table. Okay, so this waiter enables the communication between you and the kitchen, correct? And that is how waiter is acting as a API here. Okay, so now there's one question. You might get a question like, so what is the importance of this having this waiter, having this person here? Okay, so what is the importance of having this waiter in this communication? This is the question. Okay, so you can also go directly to the kitchen and place your order and take your food, right? That is also true, right? You can also go directly to the kitchen and place your order and you can take your food, correct? But however, take the scenario like, okay, you are speaking okay, you are speaking English, okay? So you are speaking English, okay? And this chef, okay? So okay, the chef who is there in the kitchen, so he knows only German. He knows only German language, okay? Okay. So now in this case, what happens? It will be very difficult you to communicate between each other directly to the chef and get your order ready, right? Correct. It is very difficult, right? So that is why, okay? So this person and this API, okay, it is an API now. So that is why this person, okay, API plays a very important role to communicate between two application, okay? Because you are speaking in English and he is speaking in German, so both are different language, they are speaking both different language, okay? So whatever the request you are requesting that chef, he is not able to understand, and whatever the thing he is responding, you are also not able to understand, okay? So in between you guys, okay, this one person is there, that is waiter, so he is enabling the communication between you and the chef. So you are getting your work done. So you are receiving the order now. You are receiving your food. Okay. So this base general example understood? Huh? Okay. Okay. So this is how API is working. Okay. Basically, API is enabling two application to communicate with each other without any interruption. Okay. Because okay, let me take some general, take it to the system and show you some example. Okay, so for example, I will try to book a flight. Okay, between two destination. Okay, I will try to book a flight and using some online travel application. So I will just say uh, flight from Hyderabad to Bangalore. Okay, okay, okay. See, I have got a lot of option and travel websites now. Okay, so I have got a lot of option. Okay, so I will go to some travel website here. So let me go to the make my trip. Okay, so let me go to the make my trip now. So here, okay, see here you can see that we have okay, so here you can see from is there and to is there and department is there and return and so other details, okay, and other details also there, okay. And I will say that from Hyderabad to Bangalore on this particular date, okay. So then what happens? So are you able to see here from it has taken already, okay, to and department, okay. So I will say that okay, Hyderabad to Bangalore on this particular date. Okay, let me take. Okay, okay, and it will what it is doing. It will search the flights, and you can see that it has searched the flights. Okay, and it has given me all the option. It has given me all the option. Okay, you can see it has given me options from the different airlines. Okay, so what is that? So it has given me Air India, Star Air, Indigo, Vistara, and Go First. Okay, so it has actually interacted with all these applications of different airlines and communicated with between these airlines and then given all this result. Okay, so in this example we have seen that there was an online travel services that has communicated with different airlines, and all these airlines application have shown you result. Okay, means here I'm like online travel service means here make my trip. Okay, so this service communicating with internally and providing all these airline details. Okay, so how it is doing? Okay, so this is okay, this is online travel app. Okay, okay, so this is the online travel app. Okay, so here we have a different airlines application. Okay, this is, I suppose this is Vistara, and this is Air India, and this is Indigo. So someone asked, right? So can we connect to many application? Yes, you can. See, this is a different webs applications only, correct? So go fast. Okay, so maybe this is my online travel app. Okay, so online travel service app, and this is Vistara. This is airline application. This is Air India, and this is Indigo, and this is Jet, and we are seeing one more. Mhm. Star Air. Okay, okay. Hmm. Okay, so what it is doing now? So this online travel website has communicated with all these application of the airlines. Okay, this online travel maybe clear trip or make my trip, anything you can take. Okay, make my trip. I will take as a make my trip. Okay, so what it is doing? So here it is communicating with all these application of the airline, and it has given you the information. Okay, it is communicating. Okay, so here this communication will be like how it is sending the request and getting the response. Okay, so this online travel service sending the request to the Vistara, and in back it is getting the response. Same way for this also. Okay, so sending the request and getting the response back. And here also for Indigo also it is sending the request and it is a response back. Okay, it is also same, sending the request and getting the response back. Okay, so now what do you think how this communication is possible? What do you think? So now one way is that means for example this is one application, this is requesting, and whenever it is requesting all the information means it is sending the response back. Okay, for example here I have selected my make my trip. Okay, so I have selected the make my trip and I'm just giving a from and to detail, and when I want to board the flight. Okay, I'm mentioning my date. Okay, so when I'm giving this, it is providing you all this information of a different airlines. Okay, so Air India Airlines, Star Air Airline, Indigo, Vistara, Go First, Indigo. So all this detail it is providing. Okay, so what do you think? How it is happening? So now one way. Okay, one of the way is all these airlines, okay, all these airlines or all these applications, okay, are giving access to the third party to access this applications database and get the information. Okay, so I'm just telling the way. Okay, so how it is happening, this is make my application. Okay, so when I'm just providing, so like from and to detail and department date and time each and everything, so it is providing all the airline details here. Okay, so just think how it is happening. So now first way I'm telling. Okay, so first way is, first way is, okay, okay, just possibility I'm telling. Okay, so what it is doing now, all this airline application means Vistara, Air India, Indigo, Jet, Star Air. Okay, so all this application, what they are doing are giving access to this third party to access their database, because in this database all the information of the Vistara is present in their particular database. Correct? Whatever the flights they have, whatever the means time they are boarding, so each and everything they are like they are stored here. Okay, so what they are telling is, okay, one way is they're providing access for the third parties to access their database and get the information. This is one way. Okay. Do you think it is happening like that? Now that might not be the case, right? Because any airline or any application will not allow any third party tool to get into their database or see their information for security reason or for any other purpose reason. Correct? Any of the people will not allow to get into their database and see their information directly. Correct? Because for some security reason. Okay, so how it's possible some third party to access their database and see their information? It is highly impossible. Correct? Because of the security concern. Okay, and okay, so this is not at all feasible, so this is not at all working. Okay, okay, this is not possible. Okay, now this is not possible. And one more way now, and second way now. So that might not be the case. Okay, this might not be the case actually. Okay, this is not possible to get into their database and see the information and all. Okay, so other case can be this application or this airline. Okay, this airline application are dumping all the data every 10 minutes or 15 minutes from the particular source. Okay, okay, so this application what they are doing, they are dumping their information every 10 minutes or 15 minutes, uh, and from that particular source, this third party, okay, so suppose this Vistara, okay, so one source is there. Okay, so to this source they are dumping their information every 10 minutes and 15 minutes, and from this resource, okay, from this resource, okay, just for example I'm giving. Okay, okay, there is one resource here. Okay, this Vistara, what it is doing, all this Vistara's details, it is dumping here every 10 minutes or 15 minutes like that. Okay, so this third party make my trip. Okay, so it is okay, it is communicating with this resource and getting the information. Okay, this is the second way, second possible way we are discussing. Okay, so is it possible? Is it possible to do like this? No, right? Because in real time, this is not the case, right? It is very highly impossible to achieve like this. So, dumping these details in one's source every 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then taking access of this resource and getting the information. This is very time consuming process and it is not possible in real time. Okay, so what happens, for example, okay, you are trying to book a flight. Okay, the flight got cancelled. Okay, just a 5 second ago it got cancelled. Okay, but from this source, okay, from this source it is not updated it. From this source, what is happening? From this source, so where available, so you're still able to book a flight. Okay, you from this source you're getting the information, right, from the third parties. Through the third party you're getting the information, right, so you're able to still book the flight. Okay, so what is is happening, whatever the thing here is happening, it is not updated yet, because updation is happening every 10 minutes and 15 minutes. Okay, but just a 5 second ago the flight got cancelled, but you are still able to see the flight is available and you are booking the ticket here. So this is very confusion process, right? This is not at all possible in real time. Okay, so how it is doing? Okay, whatever the information is there, every 10 minutes and 15 minutes they're updating to the particular resource. From this particular resource, this third party are taking the information and they are doing their business. Okay, but in real time to achieve like this, it is very impossible, it is highly impossible. Okay, because take this example only, you are booking a ticket, you are booking a flight. Okay, so just a 5 second ago the flight got cancelled. Okay, but you are updating the information in the resource every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes. Okay, so the information not yet updated here, you are still able to, from through this third party application, you are still able to see that the flight is available. Okay, and you are booking the ticket, so then you ended up with the confusion. Okay, so this is not possible in real time. Okay, so this is also not possible. Okay. Hmm. So now what happens here? So all these application I have exposed it. Okay. So these two cases is also not possible. Okay. So now what happens? So all these application have exposed their information in the form of API. Okay. So all this application, what they will do, they will expose their information in the form of API. So the second what we have discussed as is also not possible. Okay. So these two cases is also not possible. So what they are so they are coming up with some solution like okay, let me expose our information in the form of API, so that they have exposed some APIs that can be access the information from the application, can provide the information. Okay, and this third party, okay, this third party application is getting the information through the APIs. Okay. Okay, and it sends the information in the form of API that this application understand. They in turn they look into their database and provide them the information. Okay, so all this happens in the secure format. Okay, so all this happens in the second secure format only. Okay, so going to the database and getting the information is not at all feasible, and nobody will accept that. Okay, none of the other application will allow other like third party tool and all to get into the database and access their information. Okay, so what they are doing is, so what these people are doing is, this Istara and Air India, Indigo, Jet, Starhead, they're exposing their own API which contains all their information. Okay, by taking help of that APIs, this make my trip app, this, okay, they are accessing their information and they are providing all the details here. Okay, so this make my trip, okay, accessing the API of Air India, Starhead, Indigo. So that's why, so in this make my trip application, this application is available, this application details are available here. Okay, okay, got an idea how it is working? This is one application and this is one application, in between how they are communicating with the help of API.
API.
This Vistara, Air India, Indigo, they are exposing their own APIs. So in that API, they are providing all the information about their website. Okay. Say suppose Vistara is exposing some API, so it contains all the information about Vistara. Okay. So when this make my trip, okay, taking this API, whatever the information present in Vistara will be available here in the make my trip. That's why in the make my trip application, we are able to see all these airline application details here. Okay.
Is there
Okay.
different APIs available?
Yeah. Because these are different applications, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, you can go here. So search Indigo. Okay, Indigo
Yeah.
is one airline website. Okay.
Mm.
See here. Okay, so see, this is one website, and one more, if you go to the like Vistara, that is one website. Okay, so each and every website, okay, they are exposing their information in the form of API. And this like other online service here, travel agencies are, they are getting the other application information in their application with the help of APIs only, because nobody will allow you go to their database and see whatever the information they are storing. Okay, because data is nothing but that is very secure, right? data we have to say, store in very secure format. It is not possible to other application to allow and take our data. Okay, so that's why they are okay, they are exposing their information in the form of API, and they are providing all their information here. Okay, so this is one scenario like how API is working and how API is enabling communication between the two application. Okay, this is one example, and this is one general example. Okay, so for example, okay, take an example here only. Maybe Make My Trip as built by developed by using Java language. These application are developed by using some other language. Okay, so whatever the thing it is communicating, how it possible to understand by Make My Trip, and whatever the thing it is responding, how it is possible. So instead of that, like common thing we are using in between these two application, that is API. Okay, so there's some questions like, okay, common thing means how it is common. Okay, what language you are using in API to understand both the application. So these are all the things we were learning in the further session. Okay, but today's session just understand like how API is working. Okay, so this is one scenario like how we are using the API, and one more scenario like hmm, so one more scenario. Okay, okay, so this is one application. Okay, so here you're trying to log in into the application. Okay, so you are trying to log. Okay, it says suppose Facebook. Okay, just take an example of a Facebook. So here we have a username, and here password. Here we have a email. Hmm, phone number. Okay, so you're performing login activity now. Okay, so login scenario you're performing. Okay, so this is login. Hmm. Okay, so you are performing the login scenario now. Okay, so here you have to enter the username, password, email, phone number, and you have to try to log in. Okay, so instead of that, you would have seen, okay, you would have seen in some of the application, you would have got a pop-up saying login with like login with Google, login with Twitter. So like that you have seen, right? Okay, so whenever you're trying to log in, instead of entering all these details here, so you also seen somewhere like okay, so here one option is there like so login with Google. Okay, take this is another application. Okay, this is some XYZ application. So here login with Facebook. Okay, so here two other options we are providing. Okay, either we can enter all the details and login, or else we can make use of the here what we are doing. We are consuming login API. Sorry, Google API. Okay, so we are consuming Google API, and we are performing login activity here. Okay, and here we are consuming Facebook API, and we are logging into the application. Okay, so most of the time what happens, so as a company what they will do, so they want to avoid the write the code from the scratch for the login scenario. Okay, they want to avoid because they feel that instead of wasting our time in spending a code to write the login scenario from the scratch, okay, let me make use of an Google API. to perform the login activity. Okay, let me make use of a Facebook API directly. So this is how they're avoiding the time, like they're avoiding to waste the time in perform from writing the code from the scratch. Okay, instead of writing the code from the scratch, what they will do, they will directly consume the Google API, or they will directly consume Facebook API for the scenario. Okay, I think you have seen in many of the applications, right? So they will be giving a directly, they will give the options like, okay, go log in with Google and log in with Facebook. So what we are doing here, okay, in this is my application. Okay, so in my application, we are making use of Google API or Facebook API to run my business. Okay, so we are making use of Google API or Facebook API to perform the login scenario in my application. So this is how we are avoiding to write the code from the scratch for the login scenario. We are building this UI. Okay, so after that we are directly calling this this Google API and Facebook API for the authentication purpose. Okay, so this is how we are using the API. This is how it is helping. Okay. Okay, got clear idea how API are working. Any doubt here? Mm, okay. Mm-mm. So is this course for Java people or any other people? Yeah, no, I'm performing automation by using REST-Assured. Okay, so REST-Assured supports only Java language. So whenever the Java concept has been used while working, okay, so I am giving once again, I'm brushing up all the Java concept and working with that. Okay, so no issues. If you are having a knowledge on any of the programming, also no issues to learn. Okay, you can learn it easily. It's so easy. Okay, and working with API testing and learning the API testing is so interesting. Okay, and it is so good to learn. So any doubt here how the API is working? Hmm, okay, so here what is API? Application Programming Interface. Okay, so it enables communication between two different applications. This is one application and this is one application. Okay, this has built in Java, this has built in .NET, and these both enable to yeah, yes, Kulakarni. Okay, so in yes, okay, so this API enabling communication between these two application. Okay, so how it is enabling? Why? Okay, you are telling that this is one language and this is one language. In between, we are using the API. Okay, so how it is helping both of this application to understand each other? Because it is acting as a mediator means obviously it has to talk in the language which is understood by this application and this application only. Correct, because now they are both are in different language, that's why they're not able to understand what they are speaking and what he is asking. Okay, so in API in the middle it is acting as a mediator means obviously it has to talk in the language which is understood by these two application only, then only what means this person involvement is useful. Correct, otherwise it is not useful. So we will be learning that. Okay, so which language it is using, how it is transferring the request to this person, and how it is getting response back from this person, and how it is happening internally when some request is sending, how it is happening, how it is converting, and how we are getting back a response. So this is all the thing. Okay, we'll be covering. Okay, so I am intermediate of Java. Okay, Sujit. um okay, I'm intermediate Java developer. How this course will be beneficial for me. Okay, so this is API testing course. Okay, means whatever the like API development happens from the developers, after taking that APIs, how we need to add it being a test engineer. That is what all about the course. Okay. Okay, then you guys only think, Sujit, you guys only think like whether it is useful for you, this course is useful or what, because you're telling that you're a Java developer, right? So here, like, we are not developing any API, okay? Whatever the API we got from the developer, so that API is how we need to validate. Okay, means backend testing. Okay, so for UI testing, what we are following, Selenium we are following, right? The same way for the backend testing, okay? So backend testing, how we need to perform backend testing, that is what we are discussing here. Okay, that is what all about the course. Okay, like any doubt regarding the course? Okay, Sujit. Okay, so this is completely testing, guys. Okay, so for example, okay, this when the application has been built, okay, okay, when developer has built some application, finally it will come to the test engineers to test it, right? Okay, so okay, so in Selenium, what you will do, you will test the UI functionality, okay, but okay, okay, whatever the user interface is there, that you will test by using the Selenium. But after the user interface, one more layer will be there, that is backend layer, business logic, okay. So that business logic also we have to add it, right, from our end, from the tester side. So how we have to do that? That is what API testing. API testing is nothing but backend testing. For front-end testing, we have a Selenium, but for the back-end testing, we need to follow the API testing only. Okay, so that is what we are performing here. So by using manual approach and automation approach, okay, understand the concept. Okay, so back-end testing, we okay in what is that in UI testing also we have a concept called manual testing and automation testing, right? So for manual testing, we are using manual way. Okay, for automation testing, we are learning something called Selenium. Correct. So in the same way, so here for the manual approach, we are using Postman. Okay. For automation approach, we are using REST Assured. Okay. So we are automating the REST APIs by using REST Assured. Okay. For REST Assured works on the basis of Java language. Okay. So even if you don't have a idea for Java is also fine. Okay. If you are having a little bit idea on the programming language is also fine, because whenever Java is required, whenever we are working with that, so by the time I will be brushing up the Java concept, and again I'm taking you to the course. Okay, so this is how we are working. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this is completely testing. Okay, and we are not developing any APIs. Whatever the APIs we have got from the developer, that how we need to add it, being a test engineer. That is what we are discussing. Okay, okay, Sujit, clear, no? Okay, guys, any doubt? Any doubt regarding the course?
Hello, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
Hello. Ma'am, I'm pursuing Selenium, then joined with this course, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, that is good. Okay, see, guys, like API testing is booming in the market. Okay, this is like a hot cake now in the market. Okay, the person who is
Yeah.
having a knowledge on API, okay, you can
Yes.
demand like anything in the market, and it is very good to have this in your resume. Okay,
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
so yeah, that's so
Postman
yeah, that is
can-
completely
Postman.
okay. You are learning Selenium, and this also means that is so good. Okay, it is good to have this in your resume. Okay, so
Okay.
okay, because you know the UI testing also, and you know the backend testing also now, correct?
Yeah, ma'am.
So then if you
Postman also covered in this course content.
yeah, Venkatesh. Okay. Because yeah, that is what. Okay. Manual approach means by using the Postman client only. Okay. By using the Postman only, we are working with the manual approach. Okay.
Okay,
Both
Postman and REST.
Postman and both automation. Just to you. Okay. Both we are covering here.
Okay. Presently, I'm working in automation testing. I'm
Okay.
interested to learn API testing. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. Okay. So presently you're working in automation, like Selenium, like UI you are working.
Yeah, QA.
uh, UI, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to learn this API testing of automation.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Is
Okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, both thing is covered. Okay, Postman is also covered and rest assured is also covered. Okay, first we are working with the Postman. So once you got an hold on the like manual things and all, then we are jumping into the automation. Okay,
In
so
Postman,
basically
how many
how many
days in Postman?
Postman? Yeah,
Yeah.
Postman will not take much days. Okay, it will we can cover it as soon and as soon as possible. Okay, it will not take much time. Then we will spend some more time on the automation only. Okay.
Every day 1 hour plus.
Yeah, daily 1 hour.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
I have a
Mm-hmm.
question.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes. Who's
So
there?
I already I
Which
completed
person is
Selenium
talking?
classes and I am trying interviews. I give
Mm-hmm.
interviews also. But now
Okay.
interviews are asking or API testing. Most of them in near about 70 to 80% interview calls
Mm-hmm.
on
Yes,
Selenium
yes,
with
that is what.
API
Okay,
testing.
this API testing is booming now. Okay, and it is like a hot cake in the market now. Okay, so everyone is expecting the like test engineer should be know UI testing also and backend testing also. Okay, so
Yes,
this
ma'am.
yeah. Okay, because
So my first
backend
question is that,
testing.
ma'am, I'm already
Mm-hmm.
searching on jobs Selenium with Java profile.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
3 years of experience. So can I put 3 years of experience in means Selenium Java API like that? Means
You
you
yeah,
give
yeah, you
knowledge
can.
about experienced person means you get take a use cases like a real
Mm-hmm.
time project like that. I want to just know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I will help you with that. Okay.
Yeah. And another question is that is
Mm-hmm.
any project is needed to put experience on API testing?
No, like like when you're okay, you're keeping Selenium and both this REST API means it's not possible to work at the same time with both the framework. Means Selenium framework and REST API framework. Okay, but anyhow, I am covering framework also here. Okay, so I will tell you like how to include this in your project. Okay, so like how to
Mhm.
include whatever the project you are explaining, no, so how to include these things in your project, that I will tell you. Okay, that you include,
Okay.
or else have this knowledge and you tell that yeah, I worked on the Postman and also I'm having the knowledge on the automation, just as you also I'm having a knowledge like that. Also, you can tell, no issues in that. Okay, I know you're keeping just 3 years, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And
that is
another
what.
one is one.
Uh-huh.
Uh, you say
Hello.
that manual testing we use Postman and automation we use REST assured. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
Mm-hmm.
which means Postman or REST assured? Which one we focus more means to get job?
Uh, Obviously, like automation is booming, right? Like Rest Assured is also you will be getting so much of calls. Okay, means Rest Assured is automation. Okay, so it is same like how it is working in like normal thing in cell. Like for automation, you will be getting more opportunity than the manual, correct?
Okay, man. SOAP testing also needed for
Uh,
during job test.
no, Nikhil. Like what happens. See, like this SOAP UI, SOAP testing, that is all very legacy one. Okay, so there are not at all nobody is using now. Okay, all are replaced with the REST APIs only. Okay, so most of the companies are not using SOAP UI, and that is not exist also in most of the companies now. So concentrating only on REST Assured and Postman is more than enough for you to get in any of the job. Okay,
Okay,
so you tell
thank you.
that in interview, I have a knowledge on Postman and I have worked on it. And yes, I have a knowledge on Just Assured also. Like that you tell and you just explain whenever they ask whatever the question they are asking. Okay, that is more than enough. Okay, it is okay.
Okay,
Okay, I have a knowledge on Just Assured also. And I also have a knowledge on Postman also. Like that you tell and you keep this in your resume and you just start attending the interview. Okay, that is okay, fine. Okay, anyway, you're just keeping CS of experience. Okay, nobody
mhm.
asks you to complete thing for just for the chase of experience to explain all the things. Okay, if you are having this much of knowledge, that is more than enough for you for the chase of experience.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So whatever the whatever the project you are explaining on Selenium, that only you keep. Don't change anything. But along with that, you just keep that having a good exposure, like a good knowledge on the Postman and API, like a REST Assured, REST API testing using REST Assured, both manual and automation. I'm having like that. You tell and you start attending the interview. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Hello.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Just keeping the whole API automation and API testing. How many years of experience you can bring?
What
Then,
what
yeah.
what you said?
No. Keeping only this API testing and
Uh-huh.
automation framework implementation project,
Hmm.
whatever you do teach projects, how many years of experience we can claim for a
Your
job?
voice is completely breaking. So you're asking how many years of experience you can show by having this
Yes,
REST
yes,
API.
yes. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, you can keep like like you are talking about virtual experience or whatever the experience you have right now. You're working in somewhere now.
Yes, I am working it somewhere, but if I want to
Uh-huh.
with this knowledge, so
Mm-hmm.
how many years of experience I can show you
Yeah,
from this?
you can like 3, 4, 5, whatever experience you need, you can keep. Okay, because this is what we even 4 years of experience, even a 3 years of experience, even a fresher, whatever it may be, everyone works on the same knowledge only actually inside the company. Okay, so this is
Whatever that you are going to cover in the framework implementation. For example,
uh-huh.
you said like cooking implementation, you said BDD implementation, right? Because most of the
Mm-hmm.
time, because I work in some company as a senior lead and associate application manager.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we insist I mean the role and responsibility of different places will be different. For example, for
Mm-hmm.
3 GB, that is like just configuring into the
Mm-hmm.
data configuration in Excel sheet and testing the
Mm-hmm.
Postman. The later for little more senior guys, then we'll go for the
Mm-hmm.
framework implementation, and little more senior will go for Selenium framework implementation. That's how we allocate the
Mm-hmm.
resources. So,
Mm-hmm.
see,
Okay.
with this API implementation, how many years of experience
Mm-hmm.
we can show in, say for example, if
Yeah,
I can
you
go
can
ahead
show. You can show no
for
issues like 4, 5 years up to 6 years. Yeah,
five,
you can show
six
because we
years,
are
we
implementing
can
the
get
framework
right?
here, right? Yeah, we
Yes,
are implementing the
yes,
framework, so you will be having a framework knowledge also, correct? Okay.
great.
So
On top of
like
that, you are covering,
uh on top of
so are you
that,
going to, on top of that, are you going to cover interview preparation also here and the interview questions and all, resume preparation and all?
uh,
What
yes,
exactly
yes,
you
yeah,
will do?
yeah. I will provide you that. Okay, all the materials and resume preparation, sample resumes and all. I will forward you guys. Okay.
And interview questions also?
Yes, yeah. Interview questions and materials and what is that? Resume samples, sample resumes. I will be sending you guys. Okay.
Okay. And implementation and like CI/CD
Mhm.
implementation of some extent. CI/CD
Uh,
implementation. Anything to that?
Jenkins, you're asking?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are implementing the framework with our Jenkins and TestNG and yeah, okay. Yeah, we are
Okay.
implementing Jenkins also. So
Maven also, right?
this is what we required, okay. When we are working as an experience, so we
Yes,
should
yes,
be
that's what
having
I'm
a
looking for.
Jenkins knowledge. Okay.
Great,
So how they
great.
are integrating Jenkins, how they are generating the report. Okay. So this is some basic knowledge this is okay. So what happens, like from company to company framework implementation may be the different. Okay. But
Yes,
whatever the tools they will use to integrate, that is common. Okay, at least what I'm telling is by learning this course you will get some exposure on it. Okay, how we need to integrate, how we need to write this, that, like that. Okay, after going into the company, maybe they will be following some different approach to write the framework, or some different
no,
approach or their own framework they will be using, but at least you will be having a idea, and whenever they're explaining their own framework or something, at least you will you will catch it immediately, like you will catch it whenever they explain something. Okay, so whenever you don't know something and whenever you going and learning is different, and whenever you have some knowledge and going and learning is different, right? So this is
yes,
how.
yes.
Okay, so
Yeah,
yeah, we are using Jenkins also. Okay.
sure. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question, any other doubts?
Are we going to get recorded sessions for the reference?
Yeah. Okay, so they will be providing you all the recording sessions. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they will provide you all the videos. Okay. because sometime, like, like sometime some may happen, like some people are not able to attend, or some may miss because of some reason. So they will be providing you all the videos of the classes. Okay. The one Mishra. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Any doubt?
Ma'am, our batch time is 10 to 11, right? Morning.
10 to 11 or 9 to 10. I think it's 9 to 10, right?
Okay, 9 to 10 morning. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we will once I will take a confirmation from the management whether it is 9 to 10 or 10 to 11. Okay.
Okay. And in the future, middle of course, any batches merges or you shift the timing, means fixed time or flexible time?
No. I think this is a fixed time because I will be having my office light. My office starts from 1 o'clock. Okay. So within that only I
Okay.
have to plan. Okay. Morning I'm having one more batch from 7 to 8. So after that I'm having a time from 9 to 10 or 10 to 11. Okay. This is the batch because
Okay.
1 hour is needed to reach my office, right? After once the office gets started. Now it is work from home. That is fine. But after that within the 1 o'clock I have to reach my office. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So we will plan by, okay, I will take a confirmation once again from the management. So like 9 to 10 or it's 10 to 11. Okay. We will plan
Okay, ma'am.
accordingly. Whichever time works for all of you guys and for me also, we will take that. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Name, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
What's your name?
Oh my God. You don't know my name. My name is Ashil.
Sorry?
Who is that? Who is that? Who is that asking?
Venkatesh. Venkatesh.
Sorry? Oh, you
Venkatesh.
joined late. You joined late then.
Yeah.
Correct? Yeah. My name is Ashil.
I see. Okay.
Ashil. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, guys. Then. Okay. Have a good day. Have a happy weekend. Bye bye.
Same to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Bye bye.
And
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.